Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. It's the weekend, which means only one thing. It's time for that weekly news roundup. As always, we will begin with FPGA gaming news, the MiSTer, the Analogue Pocket, and any other FPGA gaming news out there that's worth reporting. After that, we'll move over to some random and retro gaming news. Timestamps have been made available, so use those to navigate your way around the video. And guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then a subscription and a like is always super duper appreciated. If you really do enjoy the content and you wish to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon set up. Right, let's not forget about the channel sponsor, Zapparoo. There you go, I said Zapparoo without saying Zappadapparoo. Actually, I just said Zappadapparoo. Anyway, this is an awesome NFC project that really brings digital media to life via physical NFC tokens, cards, not just games, music, comics, apps, whatever. If it's a digital app or if it's a digital game or whatever, it can be launched via Zapparoo. And finally guys, check out London's best arcade, Free Play City. Let's begin this week with some SuperStationOne news. So Taki here just saying hi, but he's quote tweeting a previous tweet where he says, I decided to go with launch NTSC packaging for the Founders Edition. And here you go, this is what he kind of previewed before. So what's interesting now is in this one here, he's showing the packaging, and I imagine this is going to be the final packaging or what is going to go out there. Taki put out a tweet previously saying he wants homebrew developers to get in touch if you want your game featured as like a launch disc or on the launch disc, whether it's a physical disc or whether it's a digital download with the SuperStationOne, then get in touch. It looks like plenty of people got in touch with him. But having a look at this, it does look nice. It feels like you're buying into an experience. It feels like you're buying into a console. Now, having a look at this next one over here, there's some really interesting stuff here. So over here, you've got some games, but I noticed here Family Dash. So that's like Geometry Dash, but on the NES. Very fun, very addictive, and ultimately very frustrating, but it is a good game. Then we've got Heart Wrench Advanced. Not familiar with that game, but hey, there's some demos out there that are going to go on there. Maybe demos, maybe even full games, because some of these games aren't commercial games, they are free games. So Taki's working towards giving you that kind of console-like experience. So what's interesting over here, Taki put out a tweet very recently, just before this was a few days ago. I'm thinking about having Retro Remake host a PS1 homebrew game jam with cash prizes and free SuperStationOne units. Okay, so that's interesting. Make a PlayStation game, a jam, make some stuff. I've seen stuff like that over on itch.io and people really do like getting involved in that. So it's had like a mixed reception. Here we go. Someone nodding saying yes. Then we've got Kakomion saying sounds great, but we need time for that, right? So basically PS1 games take quite a bit of time. Then Marcelo here pointing out you need to think about launching the product first. A pre-sale with a waiting period for over a year is not normal. So there you go, mixed bag there. And then Fathom here saying, make sure everyone who pre-orders gets their unit first. This would be awesome. So like a mixed bag here, people saying get the machine out there, because if you're going to wait for this jam and it takes ages, developers are going to rush, maybe the quality is not there. So I think someone below also says maybe launch the product first and then do a jam after. So that might be an idea. If you want to get your say in, then feel free to express yourself over an expert. Either way, the SuperStationOne is looking interesting. I do like the packaging, and yes, it's got delays. I know it sucks, but I have to say I do appreciate Taki's transparency, because every time there's a delay, he is out there explaining himself. So hopefully this will be out sooner rather than later, and you guys can be enjoying it. I know I'm looking forward to mine because it has some nice features. So I always used to call them Herber, but apparently it's Heber. I've been corrected a few times and likely I'm going to get it wrong again in the future. So Heber. Where Taki Udon with the SuperStationOne has been, well, he's releasing the Super Dock that's going to play optical media, not just for the PlayStation, but for the Saturn, the Mega CD, the PC Engine CD, and likely more CD supporting systems as well. Well, guess what? Herber previously for the MiSTer Multi-System 2 showed an adapter that would let you run cartridges. They showed the Game Boy working on the MiSTer Multi-System 2 in this way, so the Game Boy core running cartridges, and from what I recall it was Game Boy DMG cartridges that were working. By the way, that's the best Game Boy out there. It's not an opinion, it's a freaking fact. So what's really interesting over here, over on the MiSTer FPGA Discord server, we got this comment over here. So this is Eon, and he says, "Hi, I'm experimenting with the possibility of making the GBA core work with real cartridges, and I'm currently trying to learn about how the cartridge part of the core works." So a short bit of background. So this is about Eon. I work for Heber. It's really difficult for me to say Heber. I keep going to say Herber, but Heber, creators of the MiSTer Multisystem 2, and I've already successfully modified the Game Boy core to work with a hardware add-on I've made, but this was fairly straightforward because the Game Boy core replicated the original system's bus very accurately. So kind of interesting here. Heber going for Game Boy Advance next, so where Tachyon might bring support for optical media, maybe the MiSTer Multisystem 2 will be the first to bring cartridge support to multiple cores for the MiSTer FPGA. Either way, very interesting, and the MiSTer FPGA Discord server is a great place to find out exactly what's happening and getting the latest news. But hey, don't worry about that, because naturally I'll try and keep you posted. But do let me know what you think, because the SuperStationOne definitely has the price advantage, but are you more inclined towards a MiSTer Multisystem 2 if they got cartridge support? So if they could start off with Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and then move over to say Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, N64, would that then make you think, you know what, I might be paying 50% more for a base unit, but it's worth it because this is playing cartridges, or it's playing cartridges first? Again, interested in your feedback. Something interesting here for maybe some of the older folk, because this is definitely way before my time. It's not something I ever remember. In fact, I've never even heard of this until a buddy of mine, Estoros, a big shout out to you, messaged me and said, "Pixel, there's a new core for the MiSTer FPGA." So I don't know anything about this system. I haven't even had time to test it out. Well, maybe I had time, but I chose to do a live stream on the Amiga instead because, hey, I was around when the Amiga was around. So I'm interested if you guys actually had an experience with this. Let me know what it was about, because honestly, like, I'm reporting it because it's a new core available on the MiSTer ℾ𝒁 GitHub, so why not at all. But I did find this post here when I was searching it from 2022, so over like 3.5 years ago. So Elan Enterprise Core released candidate RW FPGA dev team. So yeah, it looks like it's been in the making for some while and just recently got put onto MiSTer ℾ𝒁. But having a look at Enterprise and exactly what it is, so having a look at their wiki, the Enterprise is a Zilog Z80 based home computer announced in 1983, but due to a series of delays was not commercially available until 1985. It was developed by British company Intelligent Software and marketed by Enterprise Computers. Right, there's a whole heap of stuff down there, but what we want to have a look at is what games does this damn thing play in. Going down here, The Abyss, Adventure Quest, Airwolf, yeah, love that theme tune. Okay, Batman, so Ocean, the publisher, released some games for it, and okay, so where it wasn't released until 1985, but I can see some games here from 1984. But yeah, some interesting stuff here. Bruce Lee, banging game, absolutely love that game. I think I played it on my Atari 800 though, so there's a few games out for it. Again, I know nothing of this, so really interesting. R2-D2, do we have a Star Wars game, or is that just a rip-off? Snowball, I've heard of that game, Snowball, for sure. But yeah guys, if you're familiar with the system, then let me know down below in the comments. Again, I have no idea about this, but hey, it's a new core for the MiSTer. No matter what I think of it, and no matter how uninterested I am personally in playing this, I know there's fans for everything out there. So there's probably someone out there that's had a lot of nostalgia for this, and they lost this system when they were a child due to some tragedy, and the news of this core is likely bringing a tear to their eye, a tear of joy, no doubt. In this section of the video, we're going to talk about unstable nightlies and test builds that have been made available for the MiSTer FPGA in the last week. So, as well as the MiSTer unstable operating system that's been updated a few times, the cores that have received updates are the PlayStation core. So, do let me know if you want to see a live stream of the latest PlayStation build, and maybe I can do a live stream later because I do like doing a live stream on Saturday night. So, the PlayStation core has received 3 updates in the last week, and the other core that's received 2 updates is the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. So absolutely fantastic. Love testing out the latest features and love all these latest updates. If you're a fan of either of these systems, it's well worth testing out the latest test builds just to see what is added. So good news here for people that ordered the Analogue 3D. It looks like the wait is almost over. Analogue put out an email to all their customers, telling them exactly when it will get shipped, when shipping will be complete, and hopefully you guys will all be playing this by holiday season 2025 and not in 2026. So Analogue 3D ships really soon, confirmed by email. Analogue 3D orders ready to ship, key dates and actions. Analogue has announced that the Analogue 3D order is ready to ship. Customers should note the following key dates regarding their pre-orders. So shipping timeline. Pre-orders begin shipping on November the 18th. What's today? Today is the 15th, so we're talking in 3 days time. All pre-orders are scheduled to ship before December the 1st. So if everything is shipped before December the 1st, it will definitely mean it's not going to take you like 4 weeks or 3 weeks or 3.5 weeks to get it. It should be within a week, maximum 2 weeks, that you get your order. So you should definitely have this before holiday seasons. If you want to wrap it up for a loved one, you get plenty of opportunity to go out and buy your favorite wrapping paper. So there's some action deadlines here as well. So the first date to make, the final date to make changes to your order, specifically to change your shipping address or cancel your order, is Sunday the 16th. So tomorrow, guys, any changes, make sure you get them in by tomorrow. No changes will be accepted after this date, as the fulfillment process will begin. Next step for customers: if you need to change address, you must do by November the 16th, okay, with the link provided in the email. If your shipping address is correct, no action is required. Your Analogue 3D will be delivered soon. Right, okay, let's have a look at here. So that's the email that was given out to customers, and I'm sure this brought a lot of happiness out there to everyone. So awesome, guys. If you ordered one, well, yeah, enjoy it, and do let me know what you're most excited about playing. Remember PGA 1 and their PlayStation core for the Analogue Pocket. Now this is a work in progress core. It has no sound and it doesn't run at full speed, but hey, it doesn't stop PGA 1 from trying to improve it each and every time. This is a video that I've done previously where I ran a Mega Boost, and this game runs really fast, so fast that when you play a version that's slightly slower, I actually thought that was the full game. And I think we're going to go into Ridge Racer over here, but before we do that, let's have a look at the tweet from PGA 1 where they're saying PlayStation on FPGA, fix the movie decode interrupt wait handling, so now movie skipping is possible, but it hangs on a Mega Boost memory card check, so still can't play. If you remember previously, any game that required like a movie or had a movie that started would crash, and PGA 1 has been working on a way to be able to skip that so you can get into the game. Now this is a code that will likely never get fully released. It may not ever get sound, it may not run at full speed, but guess what? Does this stop PGA 1 from trying? Well, absolutely not. And it's absolutely amazing to see the updates that PGA 1 keeps putting on to the PlayStation core on the Analogue Pocket. I always look forward to the updates, and whenever like a major release gets pushed, we'll run it again, we'll test the games, and we'll see what improvements we got. But in the meantime, if you want to play Ridge Racer and you're really bad at the game, well, you can play it slower, where effectively you will feel like Neo out of the Matrix. Good stuff, PGA 1, love your work. I'm so glad I came across this, because it's been a minute since I have said the Analogizer. Okay guys, Random Monk 3, the main developer behind there, he's saying we've lowered the prices on all our Analogizer products. So let's have a look at this screenshot that they have posted. So the Analogizer has gone down by $2 from 64 USD to 62. And okay, Analogizer FPGA cable harness for PC Engine game controller 5-player multi-tap has gone down $3 from 22 to 19. And then this one here, PSX NAX adapter with memory card slot from 26 to 23. So now's the best time to get into the Analogizer if you ever wanted one. Tamariel, someone that I know best for bringing over a whole bunch of cores to the Tang series of FPGA consoles. But let's have a look at this X post over here. So building an open source FPGA core with the iconic Intel 8086 and 8088 based on Andrew Jenner's disassembled microcode. Should I focus on education clarity, cycle accuracy, size, or performance? Please let me know. So if you want to let Tamariel know, let them know. Some instructions are already working. Let me know your thoughts. So Tamariel, best known for bringing stuff over to the Tang series of consoles, so likely this will be out for Tang as well, but where they're using the open source FPGA term, likely this is available for anyone, whatever FPGA platform you choose. So interesting stuff. Not a system I'm too familiar with. I'm definitely more of a console guy, a little bit of a computer guy, but definitely more of a console guy. Do you like video game soundtracks? Do you like Metamorphic Force? Well, guess what? Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈 out there has captured the digital audio straight from the real 054539, and they've uploaded it to a Google Drive folder, which you can get if you want. So if you want the original uncompressed raw soundtrack, guess what? It's there for you. Thanks, Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈. The Mega Drive is freaking awesome, and the Mega Drive never got Parodius. Well, guess what? Fans are now releasing it, and here you can see the 4 versions: Arcade, SNES, the PC Engine, and the Mega Drive. And guys, the Mega Drive just keeps getting the love. Whether it's getting brand new games, brand new aftermarket games this year, next year, even last year, it's getting a whole heap of games. Or whether it's getting ports of games that never came out for the Mega Drive, fans are making those lost games, those games that you felt you missed out on as a kid, they are making that a reality. Something I'm looking really forward to. I've got different ways of playing it, but I just really do like the Mega Drive now. And having a look at the team behind this, so the coder is Shannon Burt, music by Vector Orbitrix, hopefully I said that right, and the graphics by Pyron's Lair. So absolutely fantastic, looking forward to this. Do let me know what you think. Is this something that you're looking forward to playing, or is it like, hey, what's the point? I completely get all opinions, but I love this stuff coming over to the Mega Drive. It is freaking amazing. So we got a nice surprise, not just for the Game Boy, but we got a surprise for the Game Boy Color as well. So this game here, Zelda's Adventure, known as one of the worst Zelda games out there. It was released for the Philips CDI, and it was like the first and last time that Nintendo released their IPs to a different company to use. I mean, there was a number of games on there. I think there was like Hotel Mario, like 3 Zelda games, but they learned their lesson because the games were really bad. Well, that is up until now, or up until recently. John Lay has released that cursed Philips CDI game over onto the Game Boy. On the left hand side you can see it running on the Game Boy DMG, and on the right hand side you can see it running on the Color. For me, the Game Boy DMG is always the best, because when I see that green screen, when I see games looking like that, I get a lot of nostalgia. I have some nostalgia for the Game Boy Color, but I was around for the launch of the Game Boy DMG, and that will always be my favorite Game Boy. This is a lot of fun to play if you like Link's Awakening, if you like the Oracle games like Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages. It just feels really good. There's only one negative I've got about this game, and that is when you whack them with your wand, you don't get much of a reaction from the enemy, and I really wish it had that in there, because that would really make it complete. But that isn't a major criticism. This is still worth playing. It feels like a Zelda game, and everything about it aesthetically looks like Nintendo released this bloody game themselves. So fantastic. John Lay has turned the worst game ever in the Zelda series, or arguably one of the worst games, because there's other games on the Philips CDI as well that are just terrible too, into a very entertaining play that captures that old vibe. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. Let's talk about Neon Inferno. This is the best new retro game to come out, likely this year. I mean, there's been a couple that are good, but as soon as I saw this one, I just fell in love with it. I didn't even need to play it to know that I would like it, and when I did actually play it, it did not disappoint. So what is it? It's a side-scroller combined with a gallery shooter, and when you play it, it makes you feel like you're in the movie Blade Runner. Guys, this game is amazing. Play it. It's coming out in 5 days on the 20th of November, and it is just an absolute banger. Absolutely love this game. It makes me feel like I am in the arcade again. I am that child. I've gone into the arcade. The story, the characters, everything about this is just star. Really enjoyed playing it. And there you go, you can hit the bullets with your melee attack and bounce them, and if you hold your melee attack down, you can actually get into bullet time where you can aim where you deflect the bullets. This is just freaking amazing. One of the best games I've ever played, and it just works really well when it combines those side-scrolling parts with those gallery shooter parts. Naturally, you've got to dodge as well. I want to see speedruns of this game when people that are better at games than me, which is like 99% of the population, because it really will look like a work of art. This is a game you guys should definitely check out. It's coming out for PC only at the moment, but support for other platforms is planned, so you should be able to get this on all the major consoles in due time. But currently, get this on a PC. And you don't need a good PC to play this. You can essentially run this on a potato. It's not something that you need a powerful graphics card for. It just runs, but it is that good. It will make you feel like you've stepped into the arcade again, but you're at home instead playing this. Really, really good. If you've got an arcade cabinet with a PC in there, then yeah, definitely try this out. It really, really is banging. So let's talk about this game here, Princess of the Water Lilies. Now I really like the art style of this. It's a cutie game, but some of the characters and the worlds in this is really, really good. The soundtrack is absolutely banging as well. It's like a 2D platformer puzzle type of game, and one of the reasons I really wanted to highlight this because the publisher behind it, Red Dunes Games, they're really, really cool in the fact that they are bringing out, or they're working with some really, really good developers, and I think sometimes they might develop the game as well as publish it, but they definitely publish games, and they're bringing out some decent games. Now I played like 15 to 20 minutes of this, I think, when I was on break at work when I first got it, and I liked it. It felt very, very mellow, but enough of a challenge at the same time. But the reason that I'm so into this is I'm looking forward to this game here, guys, Samurai Pizza Cats. I used to watch this cartoon when I was a kid, so I'm kind of really excited about seeing this actually released. So this looks like an exciting little game that's going to be coming out, well, release date to be announced. So something I'm looking forward to. It's a developer that I'm keeping an eye on, or a publisher that I'm keeping an eye on. Another one here is this one here. This one here just looks absolutely wicked. Silent Planet. It's a Metroidvania, and it just looks absolutely superb. The animation, the art style, the world, the attacks, it just looks really, really good. So, but for now, guys, this is coming out on the 20th of November, and it does look really, really good. Some really, really good enemies on here, just some really, really cool stuff. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Are you kind of hyped about anything from Red Dunes Games, or is this the first you've heard of it? Either way, if you're a cat person, you might want to check this out. Guys, remember Sensible Soccer, or in this case, Sensible World of Soccer. It is still going on. Fans still absolutely love it, and guess what? They still play competitively. I'm a guy that was an FGC guy, and I still go once in a while to the arcade when they have like a Super Turbo or a Street Fighter 3 Third Strike event, and I like to play. But guess what, guys? There are different games where people are still going on with it, and it's this game here, Sensible World of Soccer. Well, guess what? You can go to this website, sensiblesoccer.de, and guess what, guys? They have offline events where you can actually play one another in Sensible Soccer. So it's a great place to meet like-minded people, and do check this out. So last one was in London, so London calling. I think this event, yeah, this event is today. Sorry, it's today. I remember getting the message on this, and I was like, oh, by the time the video goes out, the event will likely start. It looks like the event is on now, the 15th of November 2025. But hey, you may have missed this one, but I'm raising awareness for this. If you want to get involved in offline events, have a look at this site, and if you've got a Sensible tournament happening near you, then maybe you can go and attend, play, beat people, show them your skills, ultimately make some friends, or in this case, maybe make some rivals. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, then a subscription and a like is super duper appreciated. Be freaking awesome to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.